everyone, here's the second Valentine's Day tutorial. This one is pink. I'll link below in the description box to my first one, which was rose. I've already started with my base, my concealer, and my lips because, again, as in the last video, I used a long wear formula you're supposed to be able to eat and it won't come off. And I've actually haven't had any trouble with these. I've been able to eat with them on. This one is, again, CoverGirl's All Day Color, I think that's what they call it. And this is in the shade Crushed Shells. Again, I bought it before the new formula, so I don't know what the new formula is like. As you can tell, I really like CoverGirl. Well, I did before I started getting into cruelty-free makeup. Unfortunately, they are not cruelty-free, which is a shame because I think they're nice. A step up from this color, if this shade is, my hair's kind of sticking out. From this shade, if you wanted something a little bit darker, or if in the last video you wanted something that was still rose but more pink, then, because that one was pretty dark rose, I was going for just a couple steps up from red. If you wanted something that was more pink leaning rose for the rose look, Always Rosy by CoverGirl is one I like as well. Again, bought it before I think this is the first one of these I bought, so it's not with the new formula. And if you're going cruelty free like me, they're not going to work well, but if you already have it, I say don't throw out the stuff you already have. If you're going cruelty free, that just seems kind of wasteful. So anyways, on to the look. I'm going to start with the blush. This is J-Cat Beauty, their Love Struck Glam Glow Powder. Most of these are like a blush and a bronzer, but this one, as you can see, is actually just kind of all blush. They call it Angel Face. It's a pink, and if I put it up really close, you can see that there's the kind of, not imprint because it's sticking out of the blush, but there's a cat in there, which I think is just adorable. It's a very bright pink, so I'm going to try to not overdo it. And obviously, use makeup you already have, but sometimes I know if I'm watching a tutorial, I'll be like, oh, I wonder what that is, because that's really pretty, so it's helpful when somebody tells you. And it gives you an idea of, okay, well, what do I have that's really close to that? You can go to their website and compare this to what you have too. Though this is pretty inexpensive and cruelty-free. I don't remember how much it was, but I know that in terms of, it's more in line with like drugstore pricing than it is mid-range or luxury. Okay, for eyes, which is of course the only thing I have left to do since I already did the lips. In my last tutorial, I used the neutral version of the ELF little quad. This one, instead of using this, which would be the pink version, I feel that the pink look is a little bit, I don't know, more soft than the rose. I mean, the rose, I was trying to keep it more romantic and soft. But for this, you could use something like this, which I think is discontinued, but you could do something like that where you use the lightest pink shade, this one, all over the lid, the medium shade either in your crease or like I did in the last one, which was on the outer corner of my eye, and then use the purple as a liner. You can mix and match with what you have. What I'm going to do is just a single shadow look because I feel like that'll be even softer and more romantic. This is from the brand Glamour Dolls. This is kind of in the same price range as J-Cat Beauty from what I remember. It's cruelty free as well. This one's called Ballerina's Revenge, and it's a very pretty shimmery pink. I'm just going to put this all over my lid. Now with my skin tone, it blends in very nicely. It almost doesn't look like I'm wearing anything there at all. It just is a soft pink glow, which is kind of what I was going for with this, which is why I kind of limited to the single eyeshadow shade. And then, depending on your preference, 9 times out of 10, I would probably go without mascara, even though for most people it's kind of like the staple. If you don't do anything else, you should do mascara. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because my eyelashes are a little bit longer than most people's. I feel like unless I wear mascara every day, it's like, oh, I'm wearing mascara. Plus, I don't really like the way mascara feels. But in this case, I am going to go ahead and throw some on since it's for a special occasion. Since we're trying to keep the look soft, I would go for more of like a brown or an auburn. This one is a light auburn called Ginger Cocoa. It's the same one I used in the last video by Just for Redheads, which works well even if you're not a redhead, obviously, if you're pale like me, and they are cruelty free as well. There we are. And close. I don't know if you can see. It's just, it almost looks like I'm not really wearing anything except for a little bit of shimmer around my eyes, and, you know, shine from the lip gloss portion of the lipstick. So it's nice, soft, romantic. Like I said, you can dress it up some depending on your preference. But it's a good look for either a date for Valentine's Day without going over the top, or if you're spending Valentine's Day with friends or with family. We tend to think of it as being for romantic love, but I think we should be celebrating all the forms of love. So, and one last thing, I mentioned this in my other tutorial. If you're looking for something perfume-wise for Valentine's Day, this isn't too expensive, especially compared to most perfume prices. It's from Geek Chic Cosmetics. What I did not mention in the last one is that if you do go online and purchase this, you might not get it in time for this Valentine's Day, and you will have to purchase something else because they have a minimum I think, of $10, but I think it's easy to find something else to go with it too. This is their Love True Love, a reference to The Princess Bride, and it's a kind of a fruity floral, more floral than fruity, but it's definitely not true floral, and it's really nice. Anyways, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it was helpful. I think it was. So anyways, have a happy Valentine's Day. I know some people don't like it, but I've always loved it. So long before I was old enough to even be thinking about boys. So I hope you enjoy it no matter what you do, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and the other one. I will link down below. And have a great day and week and month even. Bye.